welcome to all the viewers. Today's session of tourism and hospitality research, we will be discussing about what are constructs, dimensions, items or indicators in a research. Because when you are going to frame a survey questionnaire, it is going to be extremely useful to know these things ahead so that you have to do minimal adjustments to your questionnaire, and your questionnaire will be well validated through your experts. Sometimes it is seen that the researchers are confused about the concept of what could be their indicators for a study. So I am going to clear out all your doubts today with quite a simple example so that you understand and replicate the same in your study. So let us start. So as you can see, I've framed a sample survey questionnaire for all of you to understand two important things over here. The first is, what is the construct which you are going to study? So herein I have given you exact example of behavioral intention of tourists in gastronomy tourism. So this is known as a construct. So when I want to study this construct, I will put in these keywords into various databases for reviewing the literature, reviewing the pertinent literature to behavioral intention of tourists in gastronomy tourism. I will filter out relevant papers, download them, read them, understand them, and try to search for different dimensions of this construct which I need to include in my survey. So, as we have a definition of behavioral intention of tourists in gastronomy tourism, which refers to the future oriented attitudes and planned behaviors that tourists exhibit as a result of their experiences with local food and culinary culture during their travel. It is a predictive construct used to understand how a tourist's gastronomic experience influences their future actions, such as if they decide to revisit a destination, recommend it to others, or engage in similar experiences elsewhere. It includes the assessment of various dimensions of local food experience, such as food quality, cultural authenticity, service quality, and value for money that influence tourist behavioral intention. So here's a detailed breakdown of key dimensions and their corresponding reflective items, all of which are measured using a 5-point Likert scale. As I have discussed how to build a survey questionnaire, what is a 5-point Likert scale in my previous videos, wherein I had mentioned that most often you should try to build all your dimensions on a same scale, wherein there are 5 dimensions which we need to study for this research, marked upon 5-point Likert scale. 1 strongly agree, 2 disagree, 3 neutral, 4 agree, and 5 stands for strongly agree. So as you can see here, all of the indicators or items of food quality, cultural authenticity, service quality, value for money, behavioral intention, all of them are reflective in nature. I have discussed in my previous video. In case you want to give it a look, you can go back and check my video on reflective and formative constructs as well. So each of the dimension has 4 items or indicators which try to ask the perception of tourists regarding the food quality, their perception about the remaining four dimensions. Just look at food quality. We indicate it with abbreviated FQ1 without any spacing. I will tell you the reason for not giving any space while coding these items or indicators. So we have coded them as FQ1, FQ2, FQ3 and FQ4 without any spacing. Where FQ1 is the food I tasted during my trip was fresh and of high quality. FQ2 is the dishes had authentic and distinctive flavors. FQ3 is the presentation of the food was visually appealing. And FQ4 the meals were hygienically prepared and served. So as you see here, all the four statements pertain to the food quality and they are reflective in nature. So this is how you build your survey questionnaire and take in the responses from the respondents. We will be going in for analyzing this questionnaire with some sample data, wherein I will show you how to find out the missing values, how to do the normality assessment, how to fetch out the outliers, and later on we will be conducting exploratory factor analysis in SPSS for the same questionnaire. I hope this video was quite informative and useful for you. Please share the content with the friends and faculty colleagues and hope to see you with some great content in future. Thanks. Keep watching.